Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to episode 440 bloody 9 of Film Bastards. My name is Ian Loring, and as always, I'm joined by
Matt Foster. Hello, everybody.
Hello. Becky is en route, but for now, you have us. And what are we covering this week? It's a cornucopia of stuff this week. So, Mark, you didn't get to Lightyear, did you?
I didn't get to Lightyear, unfortunately.
No. Okay. So I will talk about some Lightyear, but we are going to be talking about The Black Phone, Scott Derrickson's new adaptation of Joe Hill's short story. We will be talking Spiderhead, the Netflix Chris Hemsworth, Miles Teller, Joseph Kosinski joint. We will be talking Cha Cha Real Smooth, which Mark and I have just recorded the review for, but you'll hear that later in the show. Bloody hell, I feel like is there something else?
There's Gatsby, but you have the Patreon to get that bitch.
Yeah. So we will be recording at some point this evening the last part of The Great Bastards. This time taking a look at Baz Luhrmann's latest film before Elvis, The Great Gatsby. So patreon.com/filmbastards. Also on the Patreon, it's been a fucking plethora of content on there. You have got the first episode of Let's Get Physical, looking at the latest US and UK 4K news announcements and whatnot, and also the Bastards box office report, where I took a look at this last weekend's US and UK box office. So with them and the Luhrmann show, it's like over an hour of extra content this week for patrons, and it's $2 a month. Patreon.com/filmbastards. Also, we are currently running polls for the lineup for our next Patreon marathon, which will be starting next week. The F list, which is a voted selection of films that scored F with Cinema Score, the kind of cinema polling outfit in the US. There have been 21 films that were voted as F ever, and so far the lineup is Richard Kelly's The Box, Disaster Movie, which Becky actually said to us in a chat she really hoped didn't win.
Which of course meant it was going to win.
Yeah, she. To be fair, I don't think she did anything to stop people from voting for it, so more for Becky. Also, Fear.com, which I don't know, I'm quite looking forward to watching that actually. And with 7 minutes of today's poll left, Killing Them Softly, which I've been looking for an excuse to rewatch for fucking ages.
Yeah, me too. So I'm actually quite happy about that one.
Yeah. I am surprised I Know Who Killed Me hasn't put up a more of a fight, but yeah. So
yeah, I was a little bit shocked about that. Yeah, because I was thinking about, do I just rewatch that anyway?
Yeah, well, yeah, quite. I mean, feel free. So yeah, we will be confirming the rest of the marathon next week, but we will be starting the F list next week with The Box, which I remember liking.
I remember being all right with, but like it's fine.
But we shall see. So. Oh, and we are a Pod Syndicate podcast. Please listen to other like-minded shows such as Chinstroker vs. Punter, The Rewatch Project, His Film, Her Movie, The Iron Sequel, and Entertainment Landfill. And here we go. What has been going on in the world of film this week? I don't know. Yes.
Warner have basically gone, look, we don't have a fucking clue what to do with The Flash, all right? So stop asking us. All we know is it's not happening at the moment because they're bonkers. They are bonkers.
It is fucking fascinating. what they're going to do with the Flash, because so I think it was a Variety report basically came out where they said, like, no matter what, Miller's not doing shit after the Flash. But how the fuck are you going to release that film and have a publicity tour where basically no one is talking about the title character of the fucking film?
Yeah, they should literally now just go, nah, we're dumping it.
It's I don't know. I'm of the feeling recast and do reshoots. Yeah, okay, you'll have to reshoot pretty much the entire fucking film, but do it. If you actually want the Flash to be a big going, I mean, if they're like, right, we're just going to do this and that's it, we're done with the Flash, then yeah, fair enough, just stick it on fucking HBO Max. But if they actually want the Flash as a character to be a big deal, they need to release this film in cinemas. But Ezra Miller is so beyond toxic. I mean, like, you thought fucking Ansel Elgort was bad with West Side Story. Like, Miller just keeps on doing shit.
Yeah.
And they don't seem to care. And how you deal with that.
Yeah, there's a point where you go, I really hope that chicken fucking comes out a roost in a fucking big way.
As I think I said on the show before, I am so sad for people who felt like they were giving them some sort of visibility or representation in pop culture, and then it turns out that that person is just that person.
Yeah.
But I mean, can you imagine how much they might kick off if they're not allowed on the press tour and Warner Brothers tries to like silence them and whatnot, and then they're just going to fucking come out on Instagram and who fucking knows what they're going to say.
Yeah, that's it. There will be some lawyering shit going on in the background right now.
Exactly. And this is the thing. It's like, I don't know. Yes, it's going to cost a shitload of money. But if they recast and reshoot and then they can just go, we don't condone their behavior. This is the result of it. We spent like tens of millions of dollars to make sure that they're essentially not heard or seen in this film. So we obviously don't condone their behavior. Then Miller can come out and say whatever bat fucking shit stuff they want.
Yeah.
And Warner's can just go, we've washed our hands of it.
Yeah, they can literally do that. I mean, there'll be some legal fucking thing that they've got on him already anyway, but it's just going to be interesting to see how the fuck this happens, because it's already like, what, 2 years behind?
Yeah, well, I mean, like, I swear the original release date for this film was 2018 or something. So, like, and it's not out until summer next year. It's yeah. And the thing is, it's like the only thing I think we can say that people are excited for at this stage is Michael Keaton Batman. I mean, to an extent, Ben Affleck Batman, but Michael Keaton Batman. That's the thing. Even if you didn't have Michael Keaton in it, maybe you could relegate it to HBO Max. But that just feels like a really fucking big deal. And like the new head of Warner has about turned from the previous regime on, like, yes, you could have DC characters like have streaming films on HBO Max. Like, there's scuttlebutt that Batgirl may now get a big screen release. And this person kiboshed the Wonder Twins because it was just like, it's too expensive for something that's just going to go straight to streaming, and we're not going to release it in the cinema because I don't trust the concept. So it's like,
is fine. Yeah, we agree with you.
yeah. I mean, that tracks. That makes sense. And like the last few weeks have proven that the big screen and an exclusive window still has an awful lot of giving films cachet.
Yeah.
You know, like Paramount came out yesterday or the day before and said they still haven't decided when they'll actually put Top Gun out on any kind of like home streaming, because it's still like the third highest fourth weekend of all time in the US last weekend. It did over 40 million. It was 7 million away from Lightyear in its fourth weekend. I mean, yes, all right, Father's Day weekend, so there is a bump there. But that's the thing. I mean, Top Gun is making money hand over fist. Jurassic World Dominion's not doing as well as Jurassic World was, but it's still doing very, very well. Minions is probably going to be fucking huge when it comes out next week. So The Flash needs a big screen release. But what do you do with a problem like Miller?
That's it. It's just, I mean, fucking hell. Yeah, like you say, it's. I mean, is this because Top Gun Maverick's probably going to cross $1 billion, isn't it?
Dude, it's already over 900 million. It'll be across $1 billion by like this time next week or maybe next weekend.
So will that be Cruise's first ever billion?
Yeah, it's already like yeah. Did one of the Mission Possibles?
No, they didn't.
No, I don't think it did.
Look there. Fallout did 800 million.
Yeah. I think it is. I think it is Cruise's first billion.
That's fucking crazy, isn't it?
Mm. But I mean, that's the thing. I mean, like yes, all right, a more limited amount of films are making money at the box office. Though to be fair, you're also not fucking releasing anything else.
Mm.
But this is it, and it's next. I mean, God, I can't even fucking think what next summer is. Guardians Volume 3, Mission Impossible.
There's another one.
Fast
Time
10.
what it is. Yeah, that's the one. Films are still a big deal.
And Ezra Miller has just completely fucked it for them.
Yeah. Somewhere there's someone going, right, can we just use like one of those face mash fucking apps? Just run the whole thing through it and just flip him round and put, I don't know. Can we put Jed from accounting in there? You've seen him. He's a really cute looking guy. I think we're all right with Jed. He isn't going to do anything too crazy. We'll just give him like an extra like $30. It'll be fine. You can have free cookies. You can have free muffins, and you can get 2 coffees a day.
Yep, and he'll love it. Yeah, baffling. Well, God, between that and you got Aquaman, where it's like, okay, how much of a role is Amber Heard actually going to have?
Yeah,
like
because the thing is, me and Bex were talking about this in the car the other day. And they say they can't fire her from it because the optics look bad. They can't continue her a big role in it because the optics look bad. So what they have to do is have her in it, but have her as such a minuscule character that she's basically not in it.
It did. I don't want to talk about the trial, but it did make me laugh when Walter Hamada, like I think it was like the Warner Brothers guy at the time, said, "Oh yeah, no, we just cut down her role because she didn't have any chemistry with Jason Momoa. It wasn't anything to do with any of this. It's just because she had shit chemistry, and it just is so fucking brutal. It's like." Look, we're not denying that we reduced the role, but it's not because of the relationship with Johnny Depp. It's because she's a bit shit with Momoa.
We haven't reduced it because because she might be a terrible person, which we're not judging her on. We've reduced it because she's a shitty actress.
Yeah, I'm just lovely.
Ian,
hi.
Have you had a chance to have a look at Paramount Plus yet?
Have you?
Yeah.
It only launched today. Good for you. All right, go on.
I mean, I've not
watched
any of it, but yeah, I have. Sorry, there's a fucking loud noise. It's some music and it's an ice cream man going by.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, it's very similar, the app setup and the way they've done it, to the Disney Plus app.
Yeah.
So it looks nice. find it amusing that when you go onto it and I'm looking at my phone right now, you open series, it says, sorry, this content is unavailable right now.
Oh.
I mean, it's there, but it just isn't in the menu bit. Movies. Yeah, and it's very similar to the way that the Disney Plus app's there. There's quite a few movies, but it's not 4K currently. I do like the fact that they've hedged their bets a little bit there, Paramount, and gone, no, it's not 4K or HDR currently.
Okay, all right.
Why?
So, cool. So Paramount Plus is available through Apple TV, so you will get like all the like Apple TV navigation integration and stuff. Yeah, I'm just having a look here now. Oh God, yeah, they got this South Park movies that they made. Forgot about them. Oh, Paranormal Activity: Next of Kin. I think that's the first official UK release that's had, if memory serves.
Oh God, yeah. All the jackasses are on there. Yeah, so it's all right. I know we've got a question later on that we'll cover with, what is that? There's a lot of documentaries on it.
I mean, Miles Teller as Al Ruddy in The Offer, like that looks fucking special. That.
Yeah, that could be quite fun.
I am all over The Offer. But if it's just really trashy, shitty stuff about the making of The Godfather, I think I can fucking respect that.
Yeah, I'm down with that. So we'll see. See what that's going to be like. Like, watch something on it. What is it?
How many episodes is it? It's 10 episodes. Oh God, the first one's over an hour. Oh God, what's the shortest episode? I got 47 minutes. One of them's only 46, 48, 49. 1 hour.
Yeah, it's very standard, like TV show episodes, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay.
I'm all right with that. It's not like we're Netflix, so we can make 2.5 hour TV episodes for $60 million.
Oh, fuck it. Yeah, quite. I do want to watch that. I've heard the Halo series is shit. He takes his helmet off in the first one and he fucks someone, which is very, very not Halo.
Yeah, but then again, I think was it Paul on Chin Striker versus Punter was talking about it and saying that he actually was quite enjoying it. I mean, I won't watch it because I've never played Halo and I won't watch TV stuff. So
yeah, it's got that new Star Trek show as well, hasn't it? Strange New Worlds. This is the thing. Them not fucking having this shit in 4K feels like such an own goal.
It feels like. It almost feels like it wasn't quite ready, but then again, it can't not be ready. It just feels like they haven't. I don't know. I can't work out the reason for why. In the same way as I can't work out the reason for why the Bond films are in 4K on Prime yet.
It's the fact that they fucking haven't they removed some of the Bond films as well. It's like you own the bloody content.
Yeah, that is basically like somebody accidentally deleted the files and they've gone, shit. Kev, did you bring the Bond files in again? He's like, nah, I forgot again. Shit, can you text me? Text me in the morning before I set off.
Oh. So how much is Paramount Plus then?
$6.99. 7-day free trial. 7 days.
It's because they don't want you to have too much time to actually fucking get through an entire series.
Yeah.
Because this is I want to watch The Offer, and I'm kind of. I think I'm interested in that Joseph Gordon-Levitt show about the Uber guy because I quite enjoyed We Crashed. So I'm up for that. But yeah, The Offer's really where it's at for me.
Yeah, I think I might do that and then check out.
Yeah. It's just, could you get 10 of those done in a week? That's the question.
Yeah. No. Because I'll get 2 episodes in and go, yeah, I want to watch a movie now.
Yeah, I've got an audio book that's making a Godfather book, Leave the Gun, Take the Cannoli, which I've not listened to yet. It's kind of like I want to watch The Offer and then listen to that and then like see what was fucking bullshit in The Offer.
Yeah.
Interesting, we shall see. I also want to see if I can spot the fucking COVID breaks where Miles Teller wouldn't get fucking vaccinated on the set and it caused all sorts of problems. I want to see if there's any interestingly inconsistent hair or something like that during that fucking show.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see.
Anyway, yes, another streamer has entered the fucking wars. Great.
Yeah. Great. Fucking brilliant.
So, trailers?
Has there been any?
Probably not actually thinking about it.
Well, I'm sure I might have watched one. I think I watched one.
I don't think we've talked. Have we talked about that Idris Elba Lion film?
I think we did a bit ago.
No, we
but
did.
Let's talk about it again.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm up for that. That looks all right.
Yeah, I'm up for that. I'm up for a bet. But I do quite like Idris when he gets going.
Mm.
When he's not just playing Idris Elba, I quite like him.
Fair. Don't know. Is there anything else?
The teaser for Blonde.
Oh fuck. Yeah. I mean, it's barely a fucking. The most exciting thing about that, to be fair, was the NC-17 rating at the end.
Yeah. Did you see Andrew Dominic's comments about it? That apparently there's almost no dialogue in the film. That it's more just a selection of images to portray a story.
I think it's interesting as well that Netflix have gone. I'm pretty sure it's only on Netflix. Like they haven't like said there's going to be a theatrical run. It feels like they've just gone, oh fucking hell, we just need to get this out there and move on. I mean, I'm fucking fascinated. But yeah, it's going to be challenging and it's going to be long. Oh, hello.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah.
Yeah. Has it been confirmed how long it is yet?
I swear it's over 2.5.
Because what he's saying that it was like a 4-hour cut.
Cool. Why not? Let's fucking go. Netflix may as well just go, fuck it, why not at this point? It's sunk cost.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no official runtime for it yet. Yeah.
Delicious.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, that one. Yeah, beyond that, I don't think I've watched any other fucking trailers. It's a little bit quiet on trailers at the moment.
It is. Well, shall I then talk about Lightyear? Because to be honest, it's the only what I've watched this week as well for me. So, shall I get my thoughts on Lightyear out of the way?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so Lightyear obviously stars the voice of Chris Evans, Keke Palmer, Taika Waititi, and a bunch of others. So it's a bit confusing this because Chris Evans, when it was first announced at that shareholders thing, said it's a story based on the guy that the toy was based on. But at the start of the film, actually comes up with title cards.
Yeah, isn't it the story? Isn't it the film that the toy is based on?
Yes. So
right.
In 1995, Andy got a toy from his favourite movie. This is that movie. It's basically what the title cards say. You know they done fucked up when they have to have white on black title cards at the start of a Pixar film explaining the concept behind the film you're about to watch.
Yes. It's a fair comment.
So, this basically, Buzz Lightyear he's like the number 2 on this ship, and they go off course to investigate a planet. It's basically the start of Alien Covenant. And then they get marooned there, thanks to Buzz being a bit cocky and thinking he'd be able to get them out of trouble, and then he doesn't, and then they're marooned there. He's then testing some sort of new fuel, which has interstellar-like properties of every time he goes on a test flight, what's like 20 minutes for him is 4 years for everyone else. So starts off with Alien Covenant, and then it turns into Interstellar.
Yep.
And then in the third act, it's basically the big screen adaptation of Lost in Space.
All those things I'm up for, but it does sound like it's quite confusing.
Yeah, it's the thing is, right, it's both a mishmash, and also when it's not that, it's really fucking generic. And I you know, it was fine. It is the most this is for kids Pixar film in fucking ages. And I'm actually not against that. But I can say, you know, I mean, I went into it in the Bastards box office report on the Patreon, but I can see why this film just isn't really capturing the imagination. It does feel designed to sell toys.
Oh, does it?
Yeah. And it's got very, very pat life lesson stuff, and like learning that like to succeed in life, you need to have a team backing you up. You can't do everything by yourself. And it looks great. It looks brilliant. And they do some. So I saw it at the Limax with Lottie, and they do some stuff with the IMAX framing. It was the first time she'd been to that screen as well, and it kind of wowed her how big it was. So that was cool. But they do some really good stuff with full IMAX framing, which is the first Pixar film that's done that. And it does it in bits where it really opens it up and just makes it feel more expansive. And that's wonderful. If Disney continue their watching it in IMAX framing options that they've been doing with the MCU films lately for Lightyear on Disney Plus, I would definitely recommend that as the way to go for it, for sure.
Yeah.
The little cat, Socks, the robot cat, is fucking great. He's a brilliant sidekick, like absolutely. The rest of them I could give or take. And yeah, it just, you know, like Soul, I found it was really disappointing. But I have more respect for that film after Lightyear, because it's like, I actually think I'd rather Pixar going for something and it not working rather than playing it safe like Lightyear does and me just going, yeah.
Obviously, I've not seen it yet, and I've actually enjoyed. You know, I enjoyed Turning Red, and I enjoyed. What's the other one?
Luca.
Luca, yes. So I had Luca in my head, but it sounded wrong. I enjoyed Luca as well. But have Pixar run out of steam?
I don't
massively.
I don't. The thing is, I really, really like Turning Red, and I really, really like Luca. So I can't say they're running out of steam. But I think it's coming to a point now where, unfortunately, because Lightyear didn't do very well, Pixar are being relegated internally within Disney. Their films do not feel like events anymore. They're being marketed as content, even if when you watch them, a lot of the time they're not. They're more than content. But it's this weird. You're told so much. Oh, this stuff will be on Disney Plus in 6 weeks' time, that it just feels less special. But then you watch Lightyear in the cinema, and it doesn't feel particularly special. But I do wonder, would Luca Turning Red and Soul have felt special on the big screen. I'm not entirely sure.
That's it.
It's an odd one.
Lightyear cost $200 million to
Fuck
make.
off. What?
Lightyear's budget is $200 million. So it's going to lose money.
That's going to lose money hand over fist.
Yeah.
200. I mean, yeah, like I said, I mean, it looks good, but Jesus Christ, like what that's got to be though, like because the IMAX stuff, apparently they developed some sort of new animation system for that, and it's like, okay, does the cost of that project get fed into the budget for Lightyear?
Probably as like a write-off now.
Yeah, exactly, yeah, and 200 million, fuck me. So
to kind of mildly self-indulgently segue a little bit.
Yeah. Are we going to talk about the laptop?
I can do that in a second if you want. Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, I was going to remind you, but yeah, sorry. No, I'm intrigued now.
So the last sort of Pixar movie that made money will have been Toy Story 4, which was the last pre-pandemic one.
Yeah.
But that means that Soul, Luca, Turning Red, and Lightyear have probably cost, what, 100, 200, 400, probably cost $500 million combined together.
Yeah.
At the lowest end of the spectrum there, which means they should have generated somewhere in the reams of, you can't really say $1 billion because you can't double it because of the way that they were released and bits like that. But, between them, these films, and granted, 3 of them kind of landed on streaming services, they've like made less than like $300 million combined.
It's wild. I mean, it goes down to the whole, like we've talked about this before, but just the whole economics of how the fuck streamers actually afford to do this stuff. And like I know Disney have got all the money in the world, but like you say, these are films that probably cost like $500 million combined. And with with the Disney Plus ones, at least they can say, well, we chose to put them on Disney Plus to drive subscriber numbers. But I don't know. It feels like they're going to put more of this stuff on Disney Plus, but also Disney Plus is going to continue going up in price because they're going to say, well, we're giving you a new Pixar film on Disney Plus every 6 months.
That's it. The thing is, if you start doing that, you kind of got to do that, but you've got to kind of maintain a level of quality.
Well, yeah, quite. I mean, that's that, but that's it, isn't it? I don't know. It's going to be interesting because, like, obviously we've had the Pixar films for the best animated feature race next year now. Lightyear's not getting anywhere fucking near it, and I think Turning Red will get a nomination, but I certainly don't think it's a lock. And it's like what could actually come out of the woodwork now? Like, I'm wondering if I don't think Cartoon Saloon's next one is going to be ready in time, unfortunately.
No, which means you're going to end up with Minions: The Rise of Gru winning an Academy Award.
Yeah, I mean, like, God, what are the nominees actually going to be this year? Like Puss in Boots: The Last Wish.
Fucking hell.
But but that's the thing. It's depressing. I mean, you've got Strange World coming from Disney in November, so like maybe that. But
isn't Mad God animated?
I think it might be. Yeah, I mean, I don't know when you class that as an animated feature, but that'd be wild. But yeah,
it would if it was Rise of fucking Gru, the fucking what's it that you just mentioned there? Shit, what did you say? Like Turning Red and then Puss in Boots and fucking Mad God.
I mean, that'd be something. But yeah, no, I mean, Lightyear, it's fine. Honestly, if you go and see it in the cinema, you'll have a decent enough time. But man, like, they're not doing any fucking sequels to this, and they want to. The ending. Oh, they want to.
Oh, do they?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So streaming straight to Disney Plus in 2024.
I mean, maybe. Yeah. I don't know. Mad. It's mad.
Lightyear 2, The Return of Lightyear?
Tim Allen returns.
Yeah.
There's actually, and I saw somebody on Twitter actually say that there is a character it would have been perfect for Tim Allen to voice in this film, and it's so fucking weird that it's not Tim Allen. That's all I'll say. But it's so fucking weird that they didn't get Tim Allen in for that. And it's like, I get that he's like a right wing guy, but he doesn't feel like a right wing guy who's been specifically cancelled. Like, he's doing a Santa Claus TV series for Disney Plus.
That's it. He's a Republican who has conservative views. I don't think he's a right wing nut job. He's not Jim Caviezel, sorry.
Yeah. There are shades of grey, folks.
Yeah, there are. He's nowhere near quite John Voight level yet. He's more around the Schwarzeneggers, who people forget is a Republican.
He's a Republican. He also likes his green stuff.
Yeah, and thinks Trump is a prick.
Yeah. Lightyear. Any sign of Bex?
She is home. She's just getting herself sorted. So, do you want me to do laptop chat?
I think let's. So before we started recording, Mark was like, "I got a really good story about my laptop, but I think we need to save it for the show." So I'm fucking intrigued. What's happening with your laptop?
So right, I use Google for like my search engine, and Becky uses Google search engine. It links the same account, and the laptop's Google links the same account. So, for instance, if I search vans now on my phone, it will bring up in the top little bar there, vans. And so I click on that, and then I can log in using all the passwords and anything like that. So it kind of it stores your favourite things, right? So I was looking at I was about to type in for Experian, because I was going to check. I check in on Experian every so often. I was going to check in on that. So I typed E into what is it? Because Experian begins with E. Do you know what the top search was?
Please, go on.
Right? Escort Centre.
Sweet.
Right? So I thought, well, hang on a minute. If I'm doing anything shady, I do it in private, like a real man. Yeah. So that isn't me. So message back and was like with an arrow pointing up to saying, "The fuck's this?"
Yeah.
I was like, well, I don't know. I wasn't looking for escorts. It's like, well, it wasn't me. If I was looking for anything shitty, I'd use private, like a real man.
Is Cooper getting a bit fruity?
Right. So we're having a conversation about this, and then we both went, hang on a minute. There's only one explanation for this. The fucking cat has done it on the laptop when he gets in the cupboard where the laptop is and the laptop's open, and the fucking cat has been searching for escorts.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
So I checked on the history on the laptop. Yep, there it is. The fucker had a chat once. He opened like a live chat with Google's helpline. Right.
Why are you leaving the laptop open in the cupboard?
Well, because it's open in the cupboard. Because we occasionally use Plex multimedia. It's like a multimedia hub from here to the Plex app that we've got on the TV.
Can you not just like angle it so it's almost shut but not?
Yeah, we can. But I always forget.
Right. Okay. We've got to the crux of things, folks.
Jump on it. But yeah, I've come home before and literally looked at a chat that is still fucking open from Google that is, how may I help you? XMMMMMMMM exclamation mark. I'm sorry to edit that. FFFFFQ. Are you okay? B. It's just, So, like, fucking, we look at it like, seriously,
I,
our cat tried to order an escort. What if
I,
he'd been successful?
I mean, quite. I do feel bad about the fact that I actually kind of guessed it and kind of ruined the moment. I just didn't think that was going to be the answer. I
Yeah.
thought you were going to say that Izzy was looking into it as a side hustle. I'll be absolutely honest.
No, not quite that true to form. But yeah. So played at Sundance in 2025. My cat ordered a whore.
My cat ordered a whore. I mean, that's a fantastic. That's one of the best sentences ever said. Like, that just flows beautifully. My cat ordered a whore.
Yeah.
It was like, oh God, I tell you what, I was on a work chat the other day, and I just said something about like, I feel like I've been kicked in the bum or something. I just went bum bum. I quite like saying that. Bum bum.
It
And
flows
like
off the tongue a little bit, doesn't it?
one of my team actually had to stop. Had to stop me and just go, Ian, you need to stop saying bum bum. Let's move on.
So, Becky, you are here now, aren't you?
I'll tell you what. Oh, my energy levels are suddenly feeling a bit low. So I'll tell you what we're going to do to bump them up, because I think Bex is going to be hyped. The Black Phone is directed by Scott Derrickson and stars Ethan Hawke, Jeremy Davies, and a bunch of kids. The Black Phone is an adaptation of Joe Hill's short story, which I believe is of the same name. Involves a bunch of kids in the 70s in a neighborhood where it's being terrorized by a child abductor known as the Grabber, played by Ethan Hawke. One of them is abducted by the Grabber, but is locked away, and there is a phone with its cord cut off, but it rings. He gets help from previous victim kids who are now in the afterlife, as well as his sister having psychic dreams of things that are happening, which the two threads kind of converge as the film goes on. So this is basically one of Becky's most anticipated, if not a most anticipated film of the year. It's only right that we start with Bex. Bex, The Black Phone, was it shit?
It was not shit. It was definitely not shit. No, I really, really, really fucking enjoyed it. It was everything I hoped it would be and more.
And what was the thing that kind of most impressed you about it? I've got thoughts of like impressive things and not so impressive things, but I'm intrigued. What were the things that particularly stuck out for you?
I thought things like the. Sorry, I've just got in from work, so I'm a bit scared.
Sure.
I think the way that it incorporated all of the different kids' stories, the fact that it wasn't like a wholly out of character kind of experience for him. He obviously has this kind of gift in bunny ears anyway, and then he utilizes it within the cellar to kind of to help him. I thought aesthetically, I mean, the main kind of costume design element that stands out obviously is Ethan Hawke's mask, and I think and his outfits as well, I suppose. When he's dressed up as the magician, I thought that was really well done. It was creepy, but not in like a really super outlandish way. There was never any scene where like it was portrayed as being his face. With some of these, you get ones where the kids kind of like they'll drug him or whatever, and then they'll think it's his real face or whatever. Yeah, I think the acting from all the kids, I don't know if I've already said this, was fantastic. Ethan Hawke obviously is fantastic in it. What else? I liked the way that the advice from the various ghosts all comes together at the end, and he uses like all of it to sort of enact his plan. It's it's fairly simplistic as a narrative device, I guess, but you know, it's really good, and you're like, oh my god, that's what that he told him, and that's what he told him, and that's what she said, and I actually quite like the fact as well that Ethan Hawke is not, he doesn't get the most screen time. I think if you're making this film and you get Ethan Hawke, the temptation will be there to just sort of fatten up his part a little bit, to take advantage of the fact that you've got him, and they've not fallen into that trap. So he's there and he's fantastic when he's there, but it's mostly about the kid and the kids.
I gotta say, that really took me by surprise. But like in the opening credits, it said "and Ethan Hawke," and I was like, okay, that's interesting. And it very much is an "and" role. And
yeah.
I think the trailer was making it seem like he was going to be in it more than he actually was, but that's kind of replaced with the sister arc, I think, which would have been really difficult to actually kind of like really get across in a trailer. So I understand why they did that, but it's, yeah, I was struck by that also.
Yeah, I just loved it. I thought it was really, really well done. I was saying to you when we'd been to see it, wasn't I? That sometimes when you're adapting a short story rather than a novel, sometimes it works out for the best because you've not got the same scale of source material to try and cram in. So same as like with some of the Frank Darabont Stephen King adaptations, you know, notably The Shawshank Redemption is a short story, but it's a hell of a long film because even in a small amount of pages, you've got a lot of story there, and it gives the filmmakers the scope to be able to flesh it out as they see fit, rather than having to stick to a very set plot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just thought it was brilliant. I just thought it was fantastic. I thought the tone of it, the mood and everything was brilliant. I think the only kind of bit that felt like it didn't fit, I suppose, was the brother. That was a bit of an odd one. He didn't fit the tone of the movie.
No, he did not.
But it's a very minor gripe for me.
The thing is, there are kind of like moments where it does go a bit comedy, like with the sister, like her swearing, and like Jesus, what the fuck, you know? I mean, like, and that which was great, but that brother does push it a little bit too far, and it was weird because it was like when you've got all spoilers all the time. When you've got like him snorting that coke and then the camera goes down through the floorboards and it's revealed, oh shit, it's the same house. It's like it almost is like, shit, hang on, what's happening? What? It feels like it's a bigger reveal than the film is actually making it out to be.
Yeah, you watch, you almost, I don't know, it might just be me on this one, but I almost went, hang on a minute. That was just a straight pan down shot. That is leading us to believe that this is the same house. I haven't missed like a cut that happened with
that. No, exactly, because it's like, you know, it's like the cops go and he's like, oh shit, the coke on, and then he just starts snorting the coke, and it's kind of like a light-hearted moment, and then 5 seconds later it's like, oh shit, we're still in the same house, okay then. But the film just doesn't make a point of it. Like it just reminds me of that bit in *Malignant* where they're like up in the attic and like they manage to break free and then they just crash through the floor and then it's revealed, oh shit, it's the same house. And like how that it's like a bloody hell kind of moment, and they play that so well. With this, it just felt very like weirdly matter of fact.
Yeah, like almost like the audience was supposed to know it already.
Yes. Yeah.
And we very much don't.
No, I didn't think so. It's like, okay, in this area, but this bloody house, what? Anyway, Mark, what did you think of it?
I mean, it's very much your wheelhouse, isn't it, Bex? So I think, I think I would have been surprised if either me or Ian did like it as much, if not more than you. I enjoy the most and get a nice atmosphere. The sister character completely threw me because I don't think she's in the trailers, but you very much just think she's going to be a sister. That she's not going to have like a main role. And I did think from the trailer that this was more of he'd get abducted within the first 5 minutes of the movie, and then the movie would be him, Ethan Hawke, and him as like a bit of a twofer. So I was quite surprised. Oh, actually, we're spending quite a lot of time before he gets abducted. That's there, and I get the reason in why, is because it's introducing us to, a couple of the characters that are also going to get abducted. But with that, I do think that there's it goes weird with the how much time has elapsed. It seems like those first two kids get abducted like literally like a few days apart from each other.
Yeah.
And then he's there for like a week or so. But it might not be. It might only be literally a couple of days.
Yeah.
But and that might be an intentional thing from Derek Sternson, that it makes it feel like he's been there for ages, when he's actually not. It's just a couple of days, because within that situation, the kid, it would feel like weeks.
Yeah.
So it's maybe not. That's not necessarily criticism. It's just more. I was a little bit right. I'm not really sure how long from the start of this movie to the end where he runs out. How long that's passed. The kids are both great. The brother character is just. I think you could genuinely cut out everything to do with that character, and the movie would almost be the same.
Yeah.
He adds nothing, but he does take away. A little bit.
Yeah.
I don't think Jeremy Davis has ever not played kind of simperingly creepy. I think me and Ian discussed it's weird that Jeremy Davis almost gets like a redemption at the end of it.
The dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like you're kind of all right with it.
The thing is,
I think he's meant to be the way that he is because of like what has happened with their mother. And he's sort of spiraled into alcoholism and beating the shit out of his kids. But
that's the thing. He isn't just randomly beating the shit out of them. It's a discipline thing for him. He's not getting drunk and fucking abusing his kids. He is, but he's not just getting drunk and then deciding to beat one of them up because he's pissed.
It'll be interesting. I don't know. It'd be interesting to see how younger audiences react to that. Like, because like kids, like people 20 years younger than us, can very legally watch this film. And just like the whole beating your kids thing, like, it was more like smacking when we were younger.
Yes.
But that stuff did happen, and it wasn't necessarily the kids, the parents actually wanting to be cruel. And like you said, it's not here, and it did sit weirdly with me, but it's also very matter of fact. And in the situation at that time, that shit probably did happen, and it's horrific, and it's painted as horrific. It's certainly not painted as helping anything. But it would be interesting to see what younger audiences actually make of that. And like I could almost see Derrickson maybe getting some shit for it, but I can see why it's there. And then at the end, when he's like, "I'm so sorry, please forgive me," that it feels like an arc.
Yeah, where you do get the idea that after this, he is going to be a better dad.
Like the sharp shock of what's happened has just snapped him out of his malaise.
But I mean, like, also there's kind of like a hint of that change when he kind of starts accepting the girl, and she's like, "Please, can we go out looking?" And then he does actually go, "Yeah, all right then." And then they drive and they go out, and it's a small moment, but it is just like him actually starting to accept, okay, this is a thing that I've got to deal with. I can't just beat it out of her. It's interesting that. It's interesting. And I thought it was all right. I liked it. I did like it. I don't know. The tonal weirdness was just very odd to me. And I mean, I thought it only just got away with, why are we spending so much time on the sister's dreams? Whereby, by the end, it was okay. She didn't necessarily save her brother, but she did like get all the bodies identified, and that feels very Stephen Kingy, which makes sense given it's Joe Hill.
You said that, didn't you, when we came out? It's very Stephen Kingy.
It's very Kingy,
yeah. I'm glad. I think I'm glad the film wasn't any longer than it was. I felt like at moments I was slightly running out of patience with it at times.
I was a little bit like that. I was getting to the point of going, if this goes on for another 10 minutes, the middle's going to feel like it was way baggier than it actually was.
Yeah. And I think it's that. But I do think they make a very wise choice of spending so much time establishing the brother-sister relationship before the brother gets kidnapped. I would, because it's got to be like half an hour into the film before he's actually taken.
But it is of benefit to the film, I think.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. It is, and you get why the sister is so distraught and why she's so committed to finding him, and the sense of place and the sense of foreboding that first act gives is fucking fantastic.
But that again, that's textbook Stephen King.
Oh yeah.
He spends a long time in his books on character development, so you actually give a shit once they're in shitty situations.
And what I will say is, I think under because I think Scott Derrickson is a very good and very competent director, and he's good at horror. He's good at this kind of thing. I think if this might have been a slightly different director, I think you might have had, the bit where he's running out of the house at the end of it. You might have had Ethan Hawke like hobbling behind him trying to grab him.
Yeah.
Because I was a little bit going, oh, we're going to see Ethan Hawke come back. I really hope not. I hope that was it. And then it was. I was like, ooh, okay, well played. Resisted the temptation to have him come back again.
And I mean, like,
even down to, sorry, I'm just remembering the different bits, the different advice that he gets from the kids. I was like, what? I was thinking before when I was saying it, what was the freezer for? Like, what did he get out of getting into the back of the freezer? It was the steak to get the dog out of the way, wasn't it?
It's you almost get the idea that Joe Hill has written like, right, how does he get out, and then how do I work it backwards from there? How does he get all these bits?
Yeah.
How would he get out? How do I get him to do it? And how do I work that bit out?
I think as well with a different filmmaker, and again going back to what you were saying about how it could have felt quite baggy in the middle. I think there's a world where someone else makes this film and you spend an awful lot more time with the murdered kids.
Yeah. I was
going more into
that, yeah.
Because that was snappy. They have the conversation, you get the backstory through her dream, and that's it.
The pinball kid, they spent way too much time with him.
No, because that's the first one where she manages to place herself in the dream and follow that. That's how she finds out how the house looks.
So
yeah, I didn't like that.
That actually
silly.
That actually brings up like probably my main problem with the film. I thought a couple of the child performances were pretty bad. The lad who like beats everyone up and protects him, that scene in the school bathroom, it felt like he was literally he just read those lines for the first time and then said them.
That felt very Stephen King TV series.
It did feel very Stephen King. Stephen King kids always talk really like adult, don't they?
like they've never actually met a child.
No, but I mean, like, fair enough, and if you're used to it, fair enough. But that doesn't excuse it being weird to me.
Oh, yeah, it was weird, yeah.
And that lad, the pinball lad, and just like how fucking sweary he was, and what it just felt like, oh mate, just all right, we get it. Yeah, there were just a couple of performances there that, but I thought the lad was great. I thought the girl was fucking brilliant. Like really, really good, and just like this. So Scott Derrickson and C. Robert Cargill, they co-wrote and Derrickson directed Doctor Strange. They were gonna do Multiverse of Madness, and then were like, do you know what? Marvel aren't really letting us do what we want to do, and full points to them for just going, actually, do you know what? We're gonna do the Black Phone. And, you know, will it make them as much money? No, you know, but it feels like they followed their creative impulses and they've made something which, for my audience, like, I don't know about your audience, but they seem to dig it. One girl was really freaking the fuck out during, like, a lot of it. And it felt cool to watch that kind of film with an audience again. I mean, how was yours?
Busy, wasn't it?
It was actually, yeah.
Yeah, it was busy. I think horror, with the exception maybe of Men, often gets like can get a good reaction if it's done like vaguely well.
Yeah.
And so
it's crowd pleaser, isn't it? Horror again, with the exception of Men.
Yeah, or Malignant. There's a lot of people coming out of Malignant were like, the fuck was that? Whereas
a genius going, is what it
that
was.
Sorry, brilliant.
Yeah.
You know, like there's certain reactions, you get big reactions from people. I think that was us at Malignant just going, oh, the fuck. I really want to rewatch Malignant at some point too.
Is it on anything?
Sure,
pretty sure it's on Sky Cinema.
Yeah. Yeah, so it was, the audience reaction was good. I think everyone was, you know, I always like to listen.
Yeah.
When people are leaving, just to see what people are sort of saying. And there was a lot of, that was fucking freaky.
Well, because you went to the bathroom when we got out, didn't you?
Yes.
And I got there were some people sat on the sofas and they were talking. And I was like, you just come out of Black Phone, and the girl was like, yes, wasn't it good? Wasn't it amazing? So yeah, it was
cool.
Yeah, I think the thing is I mentioned to some of the younger people that I work with that I was going to see Black Phone. They're like, oh, I thought now it's for next week. So it's like an advanced screen thing. Like, oh, I want to go and see that next week.
It's interesting. It's cutting through. Good. Also the new Blumhouse logo. Fucking getting Michael Myers in there. Fair play to him.
Yeah, you mentioned that. Like you mentioned, like, is that the first time that's happened?
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently it was new for this. And yeah, I mean, why not? You got the fucking rights to that shit. Use it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I feel like we're wrapping up on Black Phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? Definitely not shit. I think I might like it a little bit more after talking through it.
Yeah, definitely not shit. I'm actually looking forward to a home rewatch when it comes out.
Yeah, I'll have another crack at it.
Our audience poll, definitely not shit, 67%. Touching Cloth, 8%. Shit, 17%. And Geostorm, 8%.
Hey Hannah, you know, I think you really can't beat a good rewatch of a TV show. Would you agree with that, love?
Oh, yes, I would.
Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
I think during, you know, global pandemics, storms, all of these things, it's quite nice to just sit down and burn through something that you've seen a million times.
Absolutely, nothing like a binge watch.
Star Trek.
Babylon 5.
Because you could sit there for hours looking at serial killer documentaries.
Absolutely. That doesn't make you a weird person at all.
It doesn't. Yeah, you could watch documentaries that all seem to be about women killing men.
Love you, darling.
You could put off watching Daredevil for the 30th time.
Harry Potter.
But really, you can't beat immersing yourself in the warm jumper of a rewatch of a show or a franchise.
Beloved franchise.
A beloved franchise.
Lord of the Rings,
Twin Peaks. From VHS compilations recorded off television with the ad breaks, cut out of course, to DVD box sets of Sex and the City and, I don't know, Smallville.
Farscape,
Quantum Leap. To giving up finding new content on Netflix and just having a comfort trawl through Star Trek The Next Generation or Parks and Recreation. I think that we can all agree.
There's a lot to be said for that.
You can't beat a good rewatch. So, with that in mind, join
Hannah
and Mike from Chinstroker vs. Punter as we burn through some of our favourite franchises and share our immediate reactions to each instalment in both spoiler and non-spoiler sections. To do that, do a search for the Rewatch Project with Hannah and Mike on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or whichever your favourite podcast provider may be, or go directly to anchor.fm/rewatch project. We are proud members of the Pod Syndicate family of podcasts.
Have you ever wondered what so-called family films will scar your kids forever?
Putting 4 and 5-year-olds in front of this movie, it's like, if they didn't know what death was before this, they're going to know it after it.
They're going to know it after it, and they're going to be freaking terrified.
And they're going to be questioning you.
Yeah.
Or do you have the slight suspicion that your loved one has a cold, dead heart?
Yeah, The Dark Knight has got like all the orphans and like, oh no, we're going to die. They did not build up those orphans at all. In my head, it's like, kill them.
Then look no further. The His Film Her Movie podcast is the show for you. It's the movie podcast that celebrates the contrasting cinematic tastes of its hosts. So join Jordan and Lauren every week on their unique journey through the land of the silver screen. So if you're looking for a few laughs, some fun film related chat, then get involved. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Okay, folks, so bit of a temporal pincer movement happening today. So we are now at the start of recording before Becky's got home, and Becky has not seen Cha Cha Real Smooth. So we're going to talk about Cha Cha Real Smooth. Directed by Cooper Raiff and stars... written and directed by Cooper Raiff. Does the theme tune, sings the theme tune. Starring Cooper Raiff and Dakota Johnson. And so it's a Sundance film that Apple bought, and it's about a guy, Andrew, I think his name is, played by Cooper Raiff, who is he's just left college and he doesn't really know what his life is going to be. He's kind of shagging a girl, but not really, and another girl's gone off to Barcelona and it seems to have dumped him. He meets Dakota Johnson, who plays a mum to an autistic teenager. That's right, Dakota Johnson is playing a mum to a teenager. There's some... She's a bit older than him. You know, it's a little bit mismatched. Are they soulmates? How many soulmates can you have? All while he's also trying to sort out his life generally. So... it's pretty Sundancey. Mark, Cha Cha Real Smooth. You know, it's had some good word. You know, like I say, Apple bought it. Apple are pretty hot with this stuff at the moment. How did this play out for you?
It's an odd one, right? In the sense that I think if you've got to look at films for the actual film, you know, it's best to try not to look too much around the film if you can get away with it. However, I don't think you can do that too much with this because it is written and directed and produced, I believe, by the star. So it's solely written by him. So you can't really take away from the fact that that there has to be a little bit of something within Andrew, the main character, that Cooper Raiff sort of either sees in himself or envisions in himself or wants for himself or has been told what he's like or what he's not like or something like that. There has to be something within that. And unfortunately, I think that does make you look at the film slightly different. Because, and you've referenced this in message we exchanged, the film is at pains to basically say, hey, Andrew, he's a good guy. He's one of the good guys. He might have a few flaws, but you know what? He's a good guy. Look at him. Look how cool he is with his brother. Look how cool he is with Dakota Johnson's autistic kid. He's a good guy. At every single turn, that it almost becomes a little bit like it verges on this is fucking odd. Unless at the end of it he kills them both and buries them in the garden, which you know is not going to happen. It is just a little bit, dare I use the phrase, simpering at points.
It's like he's running in the midterm elections and he spent a shitload of money making a campaign video about himself.
Yeah.
It is so fucking weird how in love it is with the main character.
Yes.
And especially when the film is written and directed by the guy who is playing the lead character. And it's like, okay, he's a little bit fucked up, but not in any particularly egregious ways. He gets a bit pissed and he chews out his brother once.
Yeah, but it's barely even a chewing out, is it? You know, it's almost like, you know, if you were to grade the chewing out on the level of candy bar that would be crushed by it, I think a Mars bar would struggle against that chewing out.
I mean, that's one of the best analogies I think I've ever heard. So congratulations. Wow. But it's just, it's an odd duck of a film, isn't it? Because it's like Dakota Johnson, like she produced this film as well, and she's very, very good in it. It almost feels like she's in a completely different fucking film.
Yeah, her character almost feels a little bit like they were trying to write her as having something really wrong, but couldn't work out what it would be. Like they went, ooh, she might be an alcoholic. No, we don't like that though. Ooh, there might be like a hint of she's got a little bit. No, we don't like that either though. All right, she's just getting through life.
Yeah,
and that's kind of. It's kind of it, really. It's so. One thing I am baffled about is A, this film doesn't know how to end, so it just ends, and B, it should have ended about 20 minutes before it ended.
It should. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I think the realization with Dakota Johnson's character of, you know, do you know what, you and me, it's not going to work. I do actually, like, he's my fiance and I do love him, and yeah, and I thought that guy Raul Costello was actually really good in it, because he's kind of painted as a bit of a prick, but if you like then rewind in your mind, it is just like, who's this fucking random loser 20-year-old who we're paying to be a babysitter who seems to have a bit of a spark going on with my fiance, but doesn't like threaten him or beat him up or anything. It's just like, you know, I back the fuck off, but in a relatively chill way. I thought that character was interesting, but it's like, even in the film there, it's like, oh, he's a prick, isn't he? Andrew's a good guy.
Yeah.
And then as soon as it's like, oh well, actually no, she's going to be with him. Actually, he's all right. You've got the moment where he's like, thank you for looking after my family or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, okay, the film's now allowing him to be a good guy because Andrew is allowing the fact that, okay, I'm not going to be with Dakota Johnson. It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
It's fucking. The thing is, Dakota Johnson is cracking in it, and at times you do get swept up in that guy being charming. There were a couple of moments early on, and I also fucking loved that scene where he's having that uncomfortable sex with that girl that he was in high school with.
Yeah.
And then they're talking after, and it was just like completely transactional. And he's like, you know, do you want to do it again? She's like, God no, but not in a get out. It's just like, this isn't really a thing, bud. You know, I liked that, and that felt real. Like, there was stuff in this that felt like it probably was cribbed from his life, but it also, and I said to you this in WhatsApp, but it also felt like in 2014 or 15, when 50 Shades of Grey came out, Cooper Raiff watched that film and jerked it to Dakota Johnson like no one's business. And in the years hence, he has made it his sole mission to become a filmmaker so he can cast Dakota Johnson as a woman who he kisses, and at one point says, actually, no, I don't want to have sex with you because you don't seem like you're into it, even though she just fucking straddled him.
Right, at that moment, I was like, right, this is bullshit. It just felt like literally, he is almost like turning around to the camera and going, see, I told you I was a good guy.
I'm a good guy. I'm such a good guy.
Yeah.
I'm such a good. Even though she just threw herself at me, I can tell that she's not. You know, maybe she's actually not into it. So I'm just gonna back off. I want to. You know, but no, I can't. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
It's.
Later on in the film, he will literally, you know, I think the film doesn't. I think the film tries to make him a little bit, at points, tries to sort of say, look, we're not saying he's perfect, but in the most minuscule of ways that that makes it seem a little bit like the only time where he's outwardly not perfect is where he has a few drinks at some of the party things he's at, and when he soft chews his brother. That's about it. And it's so weird. Even like the little bits where he's a little bit obsessed with the girl he was kind of had a thing with before she went to Barcelona. The majority of that is him on his own, just looking at her Instagram going, who's this guy?
Yeah, and I mean, that kind of turns to nothing. The kind of on-off thing he's having with that other girl turns to nothing. He goes to that job interview, completely bombs it, and then he ends up getting the fucking job. Like, what? How did that interview lead to him getting a job?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. And it's like, he's such a nice guy, you know, like, and what job is he going to have? He's going to work at a non-profit helping reach out to lonely people. He's such a good guy, Mark. He's such a good guy.
He's so good. It's painful how good a guy he is. And like I say, I think if this was, I think he's actually quite good in it. Is the weird thing.
He is.
but the problem is that I'd be saying, look, Cooper Raiff is fucking great in it. If he didn't also write and direct the fucking thing.
Yeah.
There's bits in it, like you say, that feel like a little bit like real interactions. But then there's also bits within it that feel like people don't talk like this. This feels almost like the way that something like this has happened to you in your life, and when you were laid in bed later on at night, you basically wrote what you wish you'd said rather than what you actually did say.
Sure.
And that literally is almost, I would say, 90% of Cha Cha Real Smooth.
I just like that speech he gives to Leslie Mann at the end, and it's just like she's she's a loving mother, and he's never really done anything in the film to make her think that he doesn't think that. But at the end, he's such a good guy. He has to tell his mum how much she means to him, and how happy he is for the life that she's having. He's such a good guy. Even stepdad Greg, who he keeps on calling stepdad Greg, which no one does. No one does that. No one says stepdad, whatever their stepdad's name is.
Yeah, unless you are an affected little prick.
Yeah, quite. And
I would say,
but even stepdad Greg's one around.
Yeah,
he's a good guy.
I would say that if I were a stepdad to a child who referred to me as stepdad Mark, and continued doing it into adulthood, there would be a point where, when his mum walked out of the room or something like that, I would lean forward and go, "If you don't drop the stepdad Mark thing, I'm going to beat the living fuck out of you."
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I almost feel like this film deserves a new rating, where it's just like, oh, fuck off.
It is a little bit like that, because the issue is, I actually think there's a decent filmmaker in there. Write a second film. Obviously, you can give a little bit to self-indulgence of second film. You can give a lot of self-indulgence to 15th film. Jesus Christ. There's a lot of filmmakers out there who write and direct who are very self-indulgent but make great films. The problem is, when you cast yourself in that role, and I know I've said it a few times, but it feels like you're trying to prove something. And when you cast yourself as, especially this role, he's not just nice to her kid, he's nice to her autistic kid and even her hamster. And
absolutely.
Just, I mean, even down to like the point of where, the bit where he gets all the t-shirts for them to do the slow, cool walk in these fucking jazzy t-shirts. That was the moment when I was looking at it going, oh, fuck off. Yeah, that's alright. This is for the trailer. This is for the poster. I hope that the merch store for this ends up selling these t-shirts.
It's interesting. Sundance, there's this kind of like almost like old wives' tale about like the fact that it's really, really high up, and the altitude gets to people's heads when they're bidding on films and when they're reviewing films. And there's this kind of idea that films that come out of Sundance often, like more often than not, when they're actually released critically and commercially, it's like, yeah, whatever. Jar Jar Real Smooth feels like that for me. It doesn't, like the reviews that have been coming out for it, like there have been some good ones. There have also been quite a lot of like 3-star. Yeah, it's all right.
I 3-starred it. I think I might have talked myself down to 2.5 star, but I 3-starred it just because it existed. It didn't necessarily offend me in any way, but it's just, when there's a lot of times where people will, and this isn't accusing, what is it? Because it wasn't made by Apple TV or anything like that. But when people have a go at blockbusters and things like that, and they say, we shouldn't have as many blockbusters because then low-budget films don't get made, completely missing the point that the majority of low-budget films are actually, independently made and then purchased by studios, which is a by the by. But the reason why they don't get, they don't get big releases or anything like that, it's kind of because of films like this that are just kind of self-indulgent, incredibly self-aggrandizing films that, might connect to a certain amount of people, but the amount of people that are actually going to watch this versus the amount of people that are actually going to genuinely connect with it, not just feel like they should because it's about an autistic kid and it's this, they want to get in on they want to get in early on what might be like the fucking new voice of a generation. And it just, that felt a little bit, I for the first time in I think for one of these films, I was watching it going, I think I might be too old for this shit.
Yeah. And that's the thing. I think it could be that 15 years ago, I feel like maybe this would have worked for me if I identified more with the character. And it's like, I think back to like Zach Braff with Garden State or Josh Radnor with like Happy Thank You More Please, where they're like writer, director, actors making films about how messy their lives are. And Liberal Arts with Josh Radnor as well, where it's like him, will they, won't they, with fucking Elizabeth Olsen. But those films, they're not afraid to actually paint themselves as pricks who kind of need to get over themselves. Char Char Real Smooth doesn't do that. He's a good guy. He's just not exactly got a sense of direction.
Yeah, his biggest failing is he's a little listless.
Yeah.
But like, he literally has it's not a great job, but it's a steady job throughout. He isn't bouncing from job to job. He works at a place called Meat Sticks, which generally isn't great, but it's not that bad. You know, and then he gets a job, you know, working for a non-profit where he gets to help people. He isn't that listless.
No. It's because he's a great guy. He's a really, really good guy.
He's a really good guy. And do you know what they should have done in the film? They should have made you realise what a really good guy he was.
Yeah, absolutely. And then he should have got run over by a car at the end.
There's no punch to this movie. There's no teeth to it whatsoever.
No. It's just no.
Yeah, even like moments where you go, like, literally, I am right in thinking I haven't completely misread this. Dakota Johnson has a miscarriage in this movie, doesn't she?
Fucking hell, that's what it was. Yeah, okay.
Dakota Johnson has a miscarriage in this movie, and it is literally just like, he's like, yeah, I thought that might have been what it was, and she's like, do you want to fuck me? No, I don't think you want to fuck me right now, do you? So I'm going to be the good guy.
What the shit? I mean, yeah, no, do you know what? I didn't think that. All I had in my head was, this is like the weirdest suicide attempt of all time. Like, she's in a bathroom in a bar mitzvah, and then it's just like there's loads of blood. Like, what? But no, you're right, and because that does track for the rest of the film. Because I was thinking, like, fucking hell, she was suicidal, but she seemed to get over that quickly. But no, okay, a miscarriage, yeah, all right. I think that is the only thing that makes sense.
Yeah, well, that's it. Because it's man, it's such a that whole little section there is just dealt with within. Literally, she has a shower, and then she comes downstairs, and she's just like, yeah, I wasn't a period. It's like, oh yeah, I thought that.
Wanna fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I won't, because you don't want to, and I'm a good guy.
Yeah. I mean, I have a feeling that when Dakota Johnson decides she wants to fuck, I think it just happens.
No, I mean, it reminds me of an interview I read with Jodie Whittaker, like Doctor Who, once, where it was like a Guardian weekend thing, and it was like, how often do you have sex? And she was just like, whenever I like. And it was like, good for you. Dakota Johnson, that's 100% her answer as well.
Yes. Yeah, you can imagine her turning around to Cooper Raven going. So in the scene where I shadow you and we're about to have sex, you don't have sex with me. Yeah. What's that then?
Yeah.
Like the concept was aliens, which like, oh my god, I didn't know that. Does that happen to people? It's like, yeah, not to people like you though.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, Chris Martin must just... I mean, he already looks drained. Yeah. He already looks ill. But, like, could you fucking imagine? Like, that's...
He has to go on tour to get away from it.
The guy from Coldplay has kids with Gwyneth Paltrow, and his father-in-law is basically both Don Johnson and Antonio Banderas.
Yep.
The guy from Coldplay.
Yep. Long way. Long way from walking along a beach singing Yellow, innit?
Yeah, in it just. I mean, yeah, good on him. You know, absolute respect to the dude. Like wild.
Madly, I've met Chris Martin a long time ago, like 20 odd years ago, a couple of times over a brief.
Was he nice? Because I bet he's nice.
I got pissed with him. He played in York, and then I saw him at Leeds Fest, but I literally saw Coldplay, and then saw him at Leeds Fest like a few weeks later, and he came over and started chatting to me because he remembered that we'd met up in York, and he was lovely. He's a really nice guy.
Yeah, I fucking bet. And I don't know. It kind of feels like you don't get Gwyneth Paltrow and Dakota Johnson without probably actually being all right.
Yeah.
Dakota Johnson in particular, I bet she fucking takes no bullshit.
Oh yeah, I bet when they got together and she went, I don't ever want this to be like a celebrity relationship. I don't ever want to see us get his picture together or anything like that. I bet he kind of just went, I like the sound of that. It's like, oh no, you don't have a choice.
Yeah. Like I don't know. I talked about Dakota Johnson last week, so let's move on. Her face looks like it knows email. Yeah, I mean, Cha Cha Real Smooth. It's a mix of definitely shit and fuck off for me.
I'd really want to say that I'm touching cloth in it, but I'm not. Yeah, it's shit with a mixture of fuck off, mate. But in saying that, weirdly, I'm interested to see what he does next, unless it's starring him.
I'd go. Yeah, that's where I'm at as well.
If he's in it and he's like one of the supporting characters, fine. But if it's just another film where he plays, I don't know, a fucking magician or something like that, then I'll be a little bit piss off.
Magician, yeah.
But you could see it, couldn't you?
Yeah,
just a magician,
you could.
But the weird thing is, he's not very good. But do you know what? The kids love the fact that he's not very good because they see he's pure of heart.
Yeah, he's trying. He's trying because he's a good guy. He's a good guy, that magician.
Yeah. And it'll come out on fucking Criterion, and it'll just be the Good Guy trilogy.
Yeah. Cha Cha Real Smooth. We hope you liked it, listener.
Yeah. Our audience poll was definitely not shit, 33%, touching cloth 44%, and shit 22%.
Yeah, I mean that doesn't sound like something that Apple bought from Sundance. Was like they were expecting that reaction.
Yeah, for like $15 million, I believe, as well.
Yeah. I mean Cooper Rafe's like washed his face with that. Like he's made some good money. So I don't know, good for him.
Fair play to him. I'm going to go out on a limb and say I doubt he needs it, but yeah.
Mark, you know when I said that I didn't have any other what we watched?
You've got another one. I know you have.
I lied.
You did.
So, Father's Day on Sunday, and I was having a look at the Showcase website, and I was like, oh shit, they're showing Predator today. So I just said to Donna, we're not doing anything this afternoon, are we? No. Do you mind if I go watch Predator? Yeah, fine. It's like fucking sweet. All right, then fine. So took myself off to see Predator. Rant incoming. So Predator is it's Predator. It's great. It was cool seeing it on a big screen. Again, there was this girl who was in the row behind me who I don't think had ever seen Predator, and it worked for her like a fucking horror film. Whenever they were by themselves and like you knew the Predator was around somewhere, she was losing her fucking shit and just going, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. And I've never ever like viewed Predator through that lens before, of it like being a horror movie. But I get it. But it's just also very, very cool. And the characters are so fucking good in Predator. And also, because someone said you were the best. Dylan, you son of a
bitch.
Literally, multiple people said that in sync with him. It ruled.
Yep, that's the sort of one where you're like, I am fucking okay with that.
What's the matter, Dylan? They got you pushing too many pencils. It's so good. So anyway, Predator is just a phenomenal film, and watching it in a cinema with the big sound and big was great. But Predator has had a bit of a time in terms of home video releases, where when it came out on Blu-ray in the Ultimate Hunter edition, it used a process called DNR, digital noise reduction, which Noel Mellor fucking loves. Noel Mellor is an idiot. And it basically makes everybody look waxy. It makes everybody look smooth. And it's very, very distracting. There is now a 4K, which has apparently fixed this. Mark, you said yourself that the 4K of Predator looks mighty fine.
It does look very nice, yes.
Yeah. So this wasn't like a new official re-release. It was just randomly Showcase was showing it, probably because it was Father's Day, and it was like, so I don't know what I was expecting, and I know this is one of the geekiest fucking things I will ever say. So strap in. I knew I was in trouble when the BBFC cert came up at the start, and it was the old BBFC logo, where it was like with like the little BBFCs in the background, like the ones they did before the ones that they do now that are like fucking fruit pastels.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck, this is a release that they did in time with the Blu-ray, like in the early 2010s. Fuck, it's that one. And I said in the boy chat, Mark, back me up, I said beforehand, I really fucking hope it's not that one.
Yeah.
And it was.
Yeah.
And it just, a bugbear of mine is when films are re-released in the cinema and they say new 4K restoration. Like, I remember Mulholland Drive got a cinema release a few years back, and it was like new 4K restoration. Yeah, cool. Do you know what would be better than watching it in 4K in the cinema? A fucking 35mm print.
Yeah.
Because it is actually better quality. So already the 4K, I just like, I'll accept it. I have to deal with it. The fact that it was just a DCP from a decade ago and is this Ultimate Hunter edition, which looks like, it looks smooth as baby shit.
Ultimate edition. God, yeah, I remember that.
Like smooth as baby shit. Like the faces and whatnot, and it's so fucking distracting. And that was really disappointing. But it's Predator. It's one of the most consistently entertaining films ever made. But I mean, it is though. It is. It is wall to wall, either funny or cool or tense or badass. It's never not one of those things.
No, it is relentlessly brilliant, that movie.
Relentlessly brilliant is perfect. Honestly, Google some of the screenshots of the Ultimate Hunter edition. In fact, when you guys are talking about what we watched, I think I might have a look and fucking just like send you some links. But anyway, yeah. If they're gonna release Predator in the cinema again, either get a print or just like, I don't know, even showing the 4K Blu-ray might be better. But hey, even though, there was actually, sorry, one last thing. There was some controversy this week where The Thing was re-released in US cinemas. They were doing like special one-off screenings. What did they do? Showed it in the wrong fucking aspect ratio.
Ooh.
Oh, I heard about that, yeah.
Oh, I'm showing Bex a picture now.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Looks like Like a computer game.
It does look like a computer game.
By any chance, is it a shot of Carl Weathers?
No, it's not. It's Arnie, but it's against the original release versus the Ultimate Hunter edition, and yet it just looks fucking horrible.
That is digital noise reduction, DNR. It was very, very popular with Blu-ray releases in the early teens.
Yeah.
They've stopped doing that now, because when they clean this stuff up, they're only cleaning it up for fucking nerds who are actually going to notice this shit.
Yeah.
Anyway, Predator, fucking brilliant. What have you guys been watching?
I'll let you do yours, Bex, because I need to go and grab the charge of the laptop.
So I actually made an effort to watch some films on my own this week after
Nice.
I was chastised last week. Yeah, so obviously I'd been watching Stranger Things, hadn't I? So I got to the end of season 4, part 1, and was kind of digging vibes. So I was trying to work out what I could watch that was similar, and decided to rewatch the Fear Street trilogy.
Oh, that's ace. Okay, how did that hold up?
I went through all 3, watching them one by one, going, yeah, this one's definitely the best of the 3, and then going on to the next one, going, actually, this one's the best of the 3. So basically, whichever one I was watching, was the best of the 3 at that particular time. Do you know what? They're all just really fucking good. It baffles me that they weren't sort of more of a big deal, I guess. But yeah, for easy to watch horror, it's great, but it's not. It doesn't really pull any punches on like the gore or anything like that either. Because to say that it's, adapted from a kid's book, that bit where she gets her head obliterated in the meat slicer still fucking gets me. But yeah, just really good, really cleverly linked as well. Like everything comes together at the end. There's no major plot holes that I could pick at really. Yeah, they just really fucking work. And watching them just like back to back like that again it's a really like good experience. I watched them I think one day after the other. And just, yeah, really, really enjoyed my rewatch. I think with the exception as well of that that bit, I don't know, there is some murders in there, isn't there? I'm gonna say it's quite a good one for like older kids' introduction to horror, but it is possibly a little bit hardcore for. Sorry, Max displaying his legs at me because he's wearing shorts.
And look at your screen, guys.
How's that?
Oh, am I not sharing screen?
No.
All right, hang on. Sorry, Bex, I need to do this. Am I sharing screen now?
No.
Fuck's sake. All right, I need you to have a look at this fucking screenshot. Hang on. We're getting to it. It's Carl Weathers, and I just need to show you.
Right, I'm just opening it now.
We'll get back to you in 40 minutes when it loads.
He looks like a fucking mannequin.
Come on, you twice. I'll go away with you. I don't know what that's doing now.
His tash looks like it's been drawn on.
God, yeah, that's so fucking weird.
It's like, how fucking weird is that, though? So this is on Blu-ray.com, folks. There are screenshots of this. It got a 2 out of 5 on Blu-ray.com for video quality. That on a fucking massive screen was bizarre.
Terrifying.
Yeah, but I mean, kinda. Yeah, it doesn't look real. Anyway, I'm so sorry, and I will shut up now. But it really fucking bothers me.
I can't remember what it was. Yeah, First Street Trilogy, really good.
Is that everything you watched?
On my own, yeah. It's 3 movies.
Right.
So fucking sass me.
Amateur.
Well, fuck you.
We only watched one movie together this week, didn't we? That wasn't one of the movies we were going to main review.
Yes.
So we watched Dazed and Confused, didn't we?
Izzy's Choice.
Izzy's Choice, 'cause it's Isabel's favourite movie.
Yeah.
And it was to kind of celebrate her finishing doing her A-levels.
We did all right there, didn't we?
We did all right there,
Yeah.
yeah. Her favourite movie is Dazed and Confused.
I love that she loves films.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's satisfying. But yeah, she loves Dazed and Confused. It's her favourite. We had a nice dinner. So yeah, so basically Isabel finished her A-levels. She had the last one last Friday, didn't she?
Yeah.
So got home, took her for a pint, came home, had a delicious dinner, watched Dazed and Confused. It was amazing.
Yes. It's Dazed and Confused. I think we spoke about it before on here, haven't we?
Many times.
Many times, yeah. Right. I have a few what I've been watching. So I watched a 1983's John Badham's movie, Blue Thunder. I've not seen this before. Have you ever seen this, Ian?
No, is it on Netflix?
Yes.
I've passed it on Netflix several times and gone, oh, I might watch that, and then not done it.
So I won't give too much away of a 40-year-old movie. But it's weirdly one of the most, it's an action thriller that does have action thriller. It's a very horny movie, is what I will say. But there's an extended scene of them in this police helicopter, essentially watching a woman doing yoga naked. And it goes on for a long time. And it's almost like it's known that whenever anyone goes up with Roy Schneider, he takes them to watch this. What is it? It's like a thing. It's like, man, the 80s were a different time, weren't they? But it's weirdly breezy. There is peril there, but it's got such an odd kind of tone to it that just feels kind of, like I say, it's entertaining and it zips along at a really nice pace, and all the cast are all great, but yeah, it's got this oddly just sort of floaty nature that quite a lot, to be honest, John Badham movies have to them. But yeah, I really quite enjoyed it. But there's no big thrillery moments within it. It is almost a buddy comedy at points. But it's what I would say. It's not one that I would say massively rushed to, but treadmill watch or something like that. Yeah, bang on.
Sounds quite interesting.
I miss my treadmill watches. They got rid of the fucking gym in the office.
Pricks. But yeah, if you have anything else that's the equivalent of a treadmill watch, Ian, there you go. Blue Thunder is decent for that. I had a good time with it. It's breezy. It's not going to. If at any point you have to pause it and come back to it a few hours later or a day later, you're not going to lose the tension flow of it. Yeah. So there. Did my customary yearly watch of Blow because I watch it pretty much every year for some reason. So I did my customary yearly watch of Blow, and yeah, I really like Blood. It's one of those odd movies that I could literally watch like every month and would probably still just not get bored of it.
Hang on, it's Blood the one where he starts out as like a weed dealer.
Yeah.
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 We watched that really recently.
Yeah. Again, like it very much sort of Mark's wheelhouse.
Yeah.
You know, low-level drug kingping saga. I think it's because I watched Scarface so much when I was young.
Yeah.
That now I'm like, well, this it's kind of like almost. It's like, these movies are like a fucking hug to me.
I find Scarface really hard to watch now.
Yeah, well, you can't be perfect, can you?
Wow.
I also watched Brooklyn's Finest because I appear to be watching just lots of like.
How many times have you seen Brooklyn's Finest, Mark?
My third. Yeah, it's the thing about Brooklyn's Finest is it's good. It's better than something like Pride and Glory, the Ed Norton and Colin Farrell one. It's better than something like that, but it's kind of like it's towards the end of that post-training day like noughties thing that was just cops from various different places like Brooklyn and Boston often. So parts of New York, Chicago and Boston when they were often around there. And it's towards the end of that. It does feel like it's kind of starting to run out of stories there. So it's nowhere near like Training Day, and it's not even at the level of something like Street Kings.
Didn't you say you wanted to rewatch Training Day?
Yeah. My brain's going, I can watch Street Kings as well. So I'm basically watching a lot of these over the next few weeks.
Yeah.
So strap in, guys. But it's got a very good performance from Ethan Hawke. It's Anton Fuqua as a director on this. Of course, did Training Day. Weirdly, I didn't actually realise that the other movie I'd watched, this wasn't intentional, was also Anton Fuqua. So I rewatched the 2016 Magnificent Seven.
Mark, I need to stop you for a second.
What?
How do you not intentionally watch a film?
Well, no, I didn't. It wasn't like I wasn't like doing like a series of this director in my head. I just noticed. Oh shit! Yeah, they're both
right.
versus.
Sorry. So do it. Yeah. Okay. Right. Okay. I thought it was like I accidentally stumbled and found myself watching Grandma's Boy.
I mean that those sort of things do happen to me. So we watched the Magnificent Seven, which we reviewed, didn't we?
Yeah, I watched it in 4DX and got fucking raped in my seat.
Oh god, yeah, wasn't it? I think largely for the majority, we quite enjoyed it, didn't we?
Sure.
I mean, your experience was vastly different to mine, but I think we largely enjoyed the movie. So
I also watched this.
Did you? This week?
No. But when you reviewed it.
You reviewed it, yes. And you enjoyed it, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So rewatch it. I thought, right, I'm going to rewatch it because I remember I remember enjoying it to a good level. I'm in the mood for this kind of thing. Yeah, it really, really landed with me this time. I think it's fucking great. I genuinely think that in a few years' time, when there's a little bit of more sort of time has gone past it, I think people might go back and sort of look at this and go, do you know what? That was really fucking good, and we didn't give it enough credit at the time. And I think I pinpointed the reason why people didn't give enough credit at the time. Because I was saying this to you on the Vex, it's Anton Fuqua has the actual balls to make a Western. It's a Western. It's not a Western that is actually set in the South. It's set in the West. It's not a Western that is overly stylized. So you've got that element to it. It's not a Western that actually has a hip-hop soundtrack. It's just a fucking Western. It's got a fairly generic but well-played bad guy. With what's his name? Peter Sarsgaard.
Sure.
but who comes across as bad, as just a complete utter dick, and he plays that really well. And then each of the Magnificent Seven are pretty fucking great and get like a good little arc. Ethan Hawke is fantastic in this.
Yeah.
As essentially going, well, what if we gave him PTSD? And he plays that really, really fucking well. And the redemption bit he gets where he fucking leaves them and then fucking comes riding back in. And you just, someone's just about to fucking take out Denzel Washington, then all of a sudden, bang, they just fought the floor. You do actually, there is like a few fucking yeah moments. And then it properly fucking gets you. And it's this big, it had a big budget, but it's all on the fucking screen. And it looks massive, and all of the characters there. And the other bit that you necessarily, because effectively westerns were kind of almost like prototype superhero movies, and that's what these guys are. They are, dare I say it, they're a westerns version of the fucking Avengers. That to an extent they are. In the Walter Hill, all films are westerns idea. Well, the thing is, they do die. There's only two of them left, and it isn't the most famous. It's obviously it's the lead character, Denzel Washington, but then it's not. They don't go, well, yeah, we better make sure Chris Pratt stays alive, just in case we want to do the Magnificent Seven 2 or anything like that. They do fucking kill off Young Hunley, who's fucking brilliant in it. And it's cool as fucking fuck.
It's cool as fucking everything.
You get D'Onofrio gets a great fucking death in it. And they do kill off, Chris Pratt. But yeah, I had a fucking great time with Magnificent Seven.
Oh,
it's fucking brilliant, and everyone else should fucking realise it. And the only problem that it had is it had the balls to actually be just a fucking proper old school fucking western.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. It's my. I am putting it in the punch people on the nose level of I will defend this movie.
On the nose.
Yeah, not like a full-blown hit, but if someone just starts shit-talking it, I will just left tap them on the nose to go stop it.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Just why'd you hit me? I was just saying I did bang. Just stop doing it and I'll stop hitting you in the face.
I really want to watch The Good, the Bad and the Weird again now.
Hell yeah.
It's good though.
I wonder if it's on anything.
Yeah. So yeah, that was what I've been watching.
Sorry, the connective issue there obviously was Young Hunley.
Yeah. So next week I'll be watching Magnificent Seven again and more cop films that were made between 2001 and 2010.
Feels like there's plenty.
Yeah. Yeah. So in a few weeks you'll have me talking about Harsh Times.
Oh fucking hell.
That's
a fucking air as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
You son of a bitch.
Yeah. Oh, fucking hell.
Okay. So, we're going to talk a little bit about a film, the second film in a month from this director.
Yep.
Oh, the pandemic, what a weird web it weaved. So,
in the space of a month, this director's had the biggest film of the year and the biggest Netflix film of the year.
Is it?
Yeah.
Fair play. All right. Yeah. No, I mean, it feels like Netflix haven't really had bangers so far this year. So, yeah, I suppose that's not a surprise. We've got The Grey Man coming in a few weeks, though, to whelm everyone.
Yes.
Prepare to be whelmed to fuck.
I noticed on the trailers it says from the director of all the Marvels film, but doesn't say and cherry.
Yeah. So Spiderhead stars Chris Hemsworth, Miles Teller, and Jeremy Smollett. Wow, I can't say that properly at all. Smollett.
Stop saying Smollett. Stop it.
Smollett.
I think it's Smollett. Journey Smollett.
Smollett. Jeremy Smollett.
Journey.
That's not her name.
It's Smollett.
Jeremy Smollett.
Journey. The first name.
I'm fucking staying out of this.
We've reached my breaking point here. Journey Smollett.
No, it's Smollett.
Journey Smollett.
I think so. And
Journey Smollett.
Oh my god, stop saying it.
Her agent needs to fucking have a word if that's her name. Journey Smollett.
I think so.
Well, her brother's a Smollett, so...
Yeah, Jussie Smollett.
Yeah, yes, it's Smollett.
Oh, is he the one who fake beat himself up?
Yeah.
Shit, really?
Yeah.
Right.
There's three of them. There's Jussie Smollett, Jake Smollett, and Journey Smollett.
Journey Smollett. Journey Smollett.
Ian, I swear to God, I'm going to come to Cardiff and punch you if you don't stop saying it.
Am I saying it right
breaking my brain.
Now? Am I saying it right now?
But hang on.
Right, hang on.
What you got?
Wait a minute, guys.
What's going on?
Video player, I have to add.
Journey Smollett Bell.
Journey Smollett, yeah.
Journey Smollett.
Yeah.
Journey.
Smollett.
Smollett. Journey Smollett.
Jesus. Yeah.
Journey Smollett. Right, so Chris Hemsworth,
Miles
Teller, and Journey Smollett. Okay, fair enough. If that's her name, fair play. That's a horrible fucking stage name. Journey Smollett.
I think it's just her name.
I mean, the thing is, it's like when they get representation with, like, when they register with the union, it's like if another actor's like called that and they're alive, then you shouldn't be taking their name. No other motherfucker's going to be taking Journey Smollett. What a fucking name. Wow. So, Spiderhead stars those people. I feel like this is like the 20 minutes I had to cut out when Brad came on to talk about Glass. Journey Smollett.
Have you broken Ian?
I can't continue. Journey Smollett. The thing is, it's just like I've seen the name before, and I've never said it.
And now you've said it, it's thrown you.
This is simulation shit. It's like Wi-Fi. I refuse to accept that's a name.
I don't think this spun you out so much when we were talking about her as Black Canary.
I don't think we ever uttered the cursed phrase Journey Smollett before.
I think I was presenting that, so it probably came out as something completely different.
It probably
Jeremy
came out as Anthony
Smithson.
Hopkins.
Yeah.
All right, sorry. Journey Smollett. God, I honestly, Donna and I have a running gag about us needing to be patched by the simulation because of shit that's just spun us out, and that is a fucking doozy.
What happened there?
Phone went weird.
Are you investigating more evidence of Journey Smollett?
That's just her name, Ian.
Who is it, and how do we stop them? Sorry, I'm so sorry. Right, okay, so this is based on a New Yorker short story. So you had the New Yorker production logo at the start, which also fucking spun me out.
Yeah, it did throw me a little bit. I was like,
yeah.
wait, they're making movies now?
Yeah, absolutely. So this is basically a penitentiary kind of like set in this complex, which is of an island of itself, where Chris Hemsworth is like kind of like a doctor who has a pally relationship with like the prisoners, and they are prisoners, they've done bad things, and they've voluntarily said, we'll live out our sentences here, having a relatively cushy life, but also having these like packs attached to them where they can just like give them dosage of shit basically whenever the fuck, as long as they say acknowledge. Yeah. And it goes on from there. So yeah, Spiderhead weirdly became like quite a big deal after Top Gun Maverick. Before that, it was just like, right, it's Chris Hemsworth's Netflix film for the year. I'm intrigued to see how this one goes. Bex, what did you think of Spiderhead, and what did you think of Journey Smollett?
Yeah, do you know what? It's 1 hour 46 minutes long. I really enjoyed probably about an hour and a half of it, and then it just goes off a fucking cliff, doesn't it? The ending's just not good. But majority, I thought it was really good. I thought it was really intriguing premise. I thought Journey Smollett was really good in it. Miles Teller's great in it. Even Chris Hemsworth as a scientist, I could kind of get my head around. Pretty buff scientist, but you know, it's fine, I guess.
I did enjoy just how buff he was. Like his arms are still fucking ripped.
But yeah, I really enjoyed it, but it just doesn't know how to end.
I also like the fact that they covered how buff he was by going, have him on a what is it, on an exercise bike at one point. That explaining why it's so buff.
Yeah, that's definitely gonna do it.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed
guys just doing spin classes like motherfuckers and going, well, I don't like Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah, I thought the chemistry between Miles Teller and Journey Smollett was really good. I thought the little assistant dude sort of portrayed his disquiet about how things were going really well. I thought like even the stupid names for the drugs were like, do you know what? I bet scientists actually do that. I bet they give them really stupid fucking working names.
God, yeah.
Yeah, I just wish it had a better ending. I really enjoyed the fact that it didn't look like a Netflix film as well. It didn't have that Netflix patina that they all have, where they all look similar.
Mm.
So it felt like a real movie, whereas a lot of Netflix films don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just...
Oh, no, lots. Sorry, I'm recording. Just to say, if you just heard that, yes, I'm just in my pants and I've been throughout the whole entire recording, which Lottie has just said, why are you naked? I'm just gonna own that. Sorry. Because it's hot. Like, Lots, can you do me a favour? Can you say this name for me, please?
Journey Smollett.
She was closer than you, Ian.
Yeah, Journey Smollett.
Yeah.
Does it look like Journey Smollett?
Nope. Journey Smollett. No.
Okay, all right. I appreciate your help, Bubs. Thank you very much. 50p will be deposited in your bank account. Thank you very much.
Still holding a lolly.
Thank you. Okay.
Don't mind if you...
I don't mind if you eat your lolly, but I do need to record the podcast. Thank you ever so much, and thank you for outing my my dress. Sorry?
Card there. Why have you still got the card there?
Why have I still got the Father's Day card there?
Yeah.
Because I love that Father's Day card that you made so much effort doing, and I've put it on my desk.
Good.
Actually, you can take these down for me, please. Thank you. Right, love you. Bye. I may or may not remember to cut that out.
You just sat there in your strides, Ian.
I literally just got my boxers on, and I have for the entire recording. Like I went out for a run about half an hour before I did the record before we started.
Not in your pants.
So no, but it's hot. I haven't been complaining though.
No, you haven't actually. You've been quite good about it this time.
But yes, listeners, I'm very, very sorry for my daughter there. But yes, I've been just recording this in my boxes for the entire 2.5 hours. I'm so sorry. Where were we?
You were just
I feel like we need to like just erase the Spiderhead review and start again.
No, we've got to get that Smollett shit in there. Yeah, I think I'm done. Yeah, I like that it doesn't look like a Netflix film. I like the vast majority of the film. I just wish I wish it had had a better ending.
So the ending.
Mm-hmm.
It does just seem like it doesn't quite know how to end.
Yeah. So yeah. So it just goes. It thinks it's going crazy, but it's not. It's not going crazy enough for me.
Mm.
There's a better ending that's really easy to do, and it is that that Jeff and Lizzie, who are free, they're free people. They're not going to be on the run for the rest of their lives or anything like that.
No.
They are free to go, as the film is established. Go off on the boat, and Hemsworth flies off in his plane and just flies off into the fucking sunset and doesn't crash. That is a better ending.
I did like the whole him just fucking like having all that shit just in him and it like changing constantly and him just not knowing what to do, and then that whole kind of ending of just seeing the sun. I did like that. Even though it was
felt
weird,
really silly in comparison to the rest of the movie. The ending just felt
really quick,
daft, whereas the rest of the movie was quite, it was exploring some quite interesting themes, like how much of ourselves we give over for a quick fix rather than working on ourselves and things like that. It's it's trying to do some interesting shit, and then it just goes for like slapstick ending.
Yeah. I think that's fair. The vibe of the film never quite felt like it decided what it wanted to do, because like even towards the end, like yeah, all right, Chris Hemsworth's used them and shit's gone wrong, but it's still kind of going like, but he's actually kind of chill, and if you work with him, and like the whole that Heather woman dying, like that is an accident.
Mm. Yeah, it is. She smashes her pack and it overloads her.
And it's like what he's trying to do though is come up with a drug that the population can all be given so that they're obedient. But, I mean, it's a capitalist dream, but like
I don't think it's not necessarily the population.
Well, he says that.
Oh, does he?
Hemsworth says that. Yeah, he basically.
I'm going to give this to everyone.
No, but he says something along the lines of, imagine if everyone just did as they were told, or something along those lines. How harmonious it would be, or something. Can't remember the exact quote.
Oh, okay. So a bit, yeah. All right. Well, I missed that. But I don't know. I'd still hang out with Chris Hemsworth in this film.
Yeah.
But is that more a comment of me or a failing of the film? I don't know.
I think he does a good job of making him just seem like quite likable.
You just need to be careful what he slips in your drink, and that's all.
No, he's not slipping things in anyone's drink, is he? He's actively getting them to, what is it?
Oh, yeah, I know, but it's at development stage, isn't it?
Chris Hemsworth can fucking slip whatever he wants into my drink. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I think that's a sentiment that the world can get behind.
Wow.
I mean, it's even a great line within what is it? About pretty privilege.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a good line.
I enjoyed that.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It's fun. It's got some fun ideas to it that it doesn't try and get too philosophical about, and try and pretend it's any cleverer than something that was based on a short story in the New Yorker. But it looks good without being too overly stylized. I think it's helped by the fact that you spend the majority of your time with Chris Hemsworth and Miles Teller, who are both quite engaging actors to be around.
Yeah, I'm there as well. Like this feels very much like a COVID film. You know, not much external shooting, a lot of it where there's only 2 or 3 people in a scene. You know, even where it's like that wide pan of the kind of like the recreational area of whatever it is, it feels like people are spaced out quite a bit.
Yeah.
You know, so it does feel like that. And I would question whether this film would have been made if COVID hadn't have happened, you know, when we've had a rash of those kinds of films lately. But it also it feels, it's entertaining, and it's, you know, it's trying to say something, but it's not fucking smushing your head in it. It knows that, hey, we're a film on Netflix, let's actually try and give people something to enjoy for a couple of hours, and I think it works on that basis. Hemsworth's great. I think Teller's all right as well. And Journey Smollett is decent, and the kind of like, I like the shit that she's got in her basement, and how that comes out. Like I thought that was effective. It's a film I don't think is necessarily going to live long in the memory, but it's perfectly decent while it's on.
Yeah, I think that's pretty spot on. Yeah, it's one of those, isn't it? It's like you say, it's not. Will I rewatch it? Maybe, but not like next year or anything like that. But in a few years' time, I might scroll and go, fuck it, yeah, give that another go.
Yeah.
I did enjoy the running. Sorry,
go on.
I did enjoy the running joke about like who's like putting shit on the walls, and then at the end it's like shit finger. Like yeah, that was.
He had sex
that
with
was
her
strong.
though.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, but I think that's common because he kind of goes, oh, more than she does.
The bit like kind of the girlfriend twist. I'd kind of come to the assumption that she dumped him after the car accident or something, but I hadn't got as far as she was in the cartoon. That was kind of sad. Well, he was just leaving her voicemails.
To be fair, they do absolutely lead you up the garden path with the first flashback where she's not in the fucking car.
It just doesn't show you the back of the car, does it?
Yeah, no, it just shows you the...
No, but she says, no, I'm going to stay here.
Yeah, she does say that. Yeah, because that's the version he's told Lizzie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've got a bit of unreliable narrator element to it.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting, like the fact that they both had shit that they were hiding, you know, and it, like the whole kind of like it's almost like things are relatively normal from a societal point of view in there. They all know they're in there for something, but are they actually giving the whole story? And I like that they've still got that sense of humanity there, whereas Chris Hemsworth, it's like on the outside he's got this sense of humanity, but then apparently he wants to make everybody think the same thing. I will say, I thought his little helper, I thought more was going to come of that, other than he leaves and then calls the authorities. Like I thought it was going to turn out that he was being controlled by Chris Hemsworth as well. And that almost feels like that would have been an easier way to make Chris Hemsworth more of a villain.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like, this is the thing. It's like, okay, that woman dies and it's an accident, but everything else, like, he's getting them to say acknowledge. Like, okay, he's doing some dodgy shit to try and convince them, but he is actually upholding the letter of the law. And it just, like, if you want to make him a villain, do the dodgy shit, like chemically coercing the other guy to make him help and things like that. You know, that it feels like that by the end of the film, it is like, well, yeah, Chris Hemsworth was the bad guy, but also you'd kind of like a drink with him, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
And it's like, but why is the film ending like that? It feels odd that that's the impression that it leaves. Like, I would rather go on a night out at the end of this film with Chris Hemsworth than I would Miles Teller.
Oh yeah.
What does that say about the film?
At the end of the film?
What does that say about the film? What does that say about me? That's a question to ponder.
It's Chris Hemsworth's pretty privilege.
It is his pretty privilege, yeah.
It is his pretty privilege. He wears very
nice. He has
nice
benefited from it himself. Yeah.
It's very tight trousers in it as well, doesn't he? Showing off his thick thighs.
Why not? Definitely not shit.
Sorry. Yeah, definitely not shit. Yeah. I get a good time with it, but yeah, it doesn't stick the landing for me.
Totally fair.
Yeah. Our audience poll, definitely not shit, 30%. Touching cloth, 30%. Shit, 30%. And Geostorm, 10%.
I'd kind of understand any rating for this.
Yeah, so would I, to be honest. Yeah. Questions. I forgot to ask a question of our audience.
Yeah.
So I'm going to keep in the back of my brain.
Oh, actually, can I have a quick question for Becky?
Go on.
Bex, what do you think of the fact that we're going to have to do a disaster movie for the F list? You disappointed in our audience?
I am a bit. Yeah.
I mean, they were always going to pick that, weren't they?
Why?
Because now we have to watch disaster movie.
Yeah, but Ian hadn't said which one of them it was that I would be dreading.
No, but they could.
Oh, it's my fault. Okay.
No, I'm saying if you'd said Becky's really dreading watching disaster movie, I could see people going, that'd be funny then, and clicking it. But you hadn't specified, so no, it's not.
But it was gonna be disaster movie.
I don't like them because I
could see
they're not nice parodies. They're not Airplane. They're not clever parodies. They're just nasty fucking taking the piss shit, and that's why I don't like them.
I've not seen it yet.
I've seen Scary Movie.
Mark's gonna go down such a fucking rabbit hole with this shit. I can't wait. He's gonna be talking about Meet the Spartans and Dance Flick. Fucking epic movie, date movie.
Yeah, I've seen all of these movies he's saying.
Oh, see, you're a disappointment as well, are you?
I can't wait.
F Cinema Score thing, you know, all of the movies. I've seen all of them.
Yeah. Which one was I hoping would win? Was Dr. T and the Women in that one?
Yeah.
I was kind of intrigued by that. I've not seen it.
It's not great.
Robert Altman film. It's fucking makes no sense.
It doesn't mean anything to me.
Okay, no,
Are they bad?
Listen.
Are they bad?
No, they're good.
Oh.
No, they're good. Like a motherfucker directed. Oh God, why am I blanking on Robert Altman? Christ. Nashville and Gosford Park, and he did the fucking Popeye, the Robin Williams Popeye. The Long Goodbye.
I love that movie.
Goodbye's great.
See, and instead we have to watch disaster movie.
And we do, because the patrons chose it. So anyway, sorry. I think Killing Them Softly won today, though. I think Killing Them Softly won today, though.
Oh, okay.
Let's put a new poll up. What's the next? Sorry, I just want to have a look at what the next ones are going to be.
Well,
Excited. Get excited. I'm nearly there. Right, Lost Souls. Fucking directed by Janusz Kaminski. Jesus, wept. Wow. Right. Nora Ephron's Lucky Numbers. And holy fucking shit, Mother. Questions?
Andrew Jones, with Beavis and Butthead returning this week, what era of time would you want them to travel to most?
What would I want Beavis and Butthead to travel to?
Yeah.
The Napoleonic Wars.
Fair enough.
I think they'd find Napoleon really entertaining.
Yeah. The thing is, I can see it. And it looks great.
Yep.
Thanks.
Like dinosaur times, so they get eaten.
They wouldn't Beavis and Butthead, they'd make it through somehow.
Nah.
They would. There's an episode where they end up with dinosaurs for some reason. They were having a dream after they watched Jurassic Park.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I'd like if we go to Woodstock.
Yeah.
Like, get just them two at Woodstock. It's just funny. But honestly, you put Beavis and Butthead in anything with me, and I'll find it amusing.
Mm.
What? I'm really looking forward to Beavis and Butthead.
Mm.
Like really looking forward to Beavis and Butthead.
Nice.
It's a troubling character flaw of yours.
I have
I'm
many.
looking forward to it.
Rick Kidd, I'm in the market for a new streaming service. I've got Netflix, Amazon, and Disney Plus. What would be your recommendations beyond them?
Shudder.
Right.
You're getting straight out of the blocks there, Bex.
Yeah, Shudder's fucking great. There's some great stuff on there.
Fair play.
I do quite like Mubi. I won't lie. All of these fucking.
All right, Jord.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm sorry. I know all these streaming services.
John would be like,
4K.
John there will be like, that's the Criterion channel, actually.
That was going to be the next one I fucking said. The thing is, right, the Criterion channel in July have got the Before trilogy, and not just the films, but like the whole Criterion sets.
Mm.
So it's like, yes, I will happily watch every fucking Before film and then all the extras. Thank you very much. And that's the thing about the Criterion, channel. Like, which, by the way, you need a VPN to subscribe. I've got an American Express card that seemed to work. I don't know about other cards, but I'm sure they'd be fine. And then once you've subscribed, you don't need the VPN anymore. As long as like you can log in from any fucking country and it will let you watch. So that's
you can't sign up from anywhere.
Yeah, you just can't sign up from anywhere else.
But is it just web based?
So I have an alter ego by the name of Scott Wilson, who lives in Beverly Hills, and he has a US iTunes account.
Oh, I have a US iTunes account under a pseudonym as well.
So
He didn't say that he did. He said Scott does.
Yeah, Scott has a US iTunes account, and Scott lives with me, and so he's a user on my Apple TV. And when I switch to him as a user and go into the App Store, then I can download US apps. But it then they appear to me when I'm here and Scott's out. So the Criterion channel is in my Apple TV menu as an app, even though I'm not Scott.
I'm like,
That was our issue with Arrow, wasn't it? It was that there wasn't an app
yeah.
to watch on TV. You had to like screen mirror it, and it was bollocksy.
Weirdly, my alter ego
Oh
with
god.
an iTunes account is called Rod Munch.
He's called Ron Munch.
Rod Munch.
Rod Munch. Fantastic.
Do you know why? Do you know why? Because in an episode of Beavis and Butthead,
hell yeah,
Butthead gets bitten by a dog and then has to go and get rabies shots and gives his fake name as Rod Munch. And that episode has always stuck with me. And so yes, that was the name I came up with when I was 10.
I gotta say,
I'm
guys,
really
I think
glad when we first started seeing each other, I didn't have a fucking clue what Beavis and Butthead was, because I wouldn't have stayed with you.
I kind of feel like we've got a bit of an all-timer on our hands tonight, guys. I don't know about you, but yeah.
Rod Munch.
There's been some moments, Rod Munch. But yeah. So and the Criterion Channel Apple TV app is perfectly decent. And yeah, they've got a lot of films where they've just got the films to stream, but where they've got where they're able to, they have the full Criterion editions. So just like all the fucking extras are there as well. It's a good fucking service. It does cost like $11 a month, so it's not cheap.
Shudder's only $4.99, Rick. Just saying.
So, yeah, I mean, I think Shudder's absolutely fair enough, but Criterion Channel, Mubi, like they've just got an increasing selection of stuff, and they are now a distributor and they buy shit, so there is that angle to them as well. Yeah, Arrow's got some good stuff on it, obviously.
Arrow need a TV app.
Yeah.
Arrow need a smart TV app.
Yeah, they do.
And that will, what is it? At the moment, it's a thing they have that they hardly even advertise. It almost feels like a bit of they should do more with it.
Oh, also, another little hack for Mubi. If you have iCloud, when you create an account with Mubi, you get like the free trials, and you can get codes for like free months and shit all over the place. iCloud lets you hide your email by creating like another email, which it just like automatically forwards the emails to you. So you could just keep on getting like 3-month free trials with Mubi, and then just creating new email addresses through iCloud. It does mean that like twice a day I get 2 emails from Mubi with like their movie of the day. Basically, whenever Mubi send out an email, I get 2 copies. But I haven't paid for. I've basically paid maybe a few quid for Mubi for like the last couple of years.
Fair play.
So there's that as well. Cool. Is that it for questions?
That's it for questions, yeah.
Did you?
All right.
What are we covering next week, Ian?
What are we covering next week? Oh shit. So I'm really, really fucking looking forward to Elvis, guys.
I am very much looking forward to Elvis, actually.
Really looking forward to Elvis. I feel like there's something coming to streaming, and I can't. That was it. That actually was it. Right. So obviously Becky is vetoing it, which is fair enough.
What's Alex? You fucking are.
I hate them. I hate that horrible fucking laugh noise that one of them makes. I hate them. They make me feel like, honestly, sick. I have like a physical, visceral reaction to them as characters.
Bex, you don't understand. He is Cornholio and he needs TP for his bunghole.
Oh, it's just disgusting, isn't it? It's just so fucking crass.
It's not. That was the funniest, honestly. one of the funniest fucking moments of my life was watching Beavis and Butthead do America and him doing the "My name's Cornholio, I need TP for my bunghole." I couldn't fucking deal with it. It's making me fucking laugh now. I cannot wait for the return of Cornholio.
Wait a minute. Are all the series they're supposed to be on Paramount Plus, aren't they?
Yeah, with like the original music videos and shit as well, isn't it?
I'm gonna look now and see if they're on that now. Because that might get me through my 7-day trial.
That's a good shout. So yeah, I think it's going to be Elvis and Beavis and Butthead. What's the name of the fucking film? But Beavis and Butthead do the universe. Yeah, that was it. Yeah. So God, so is that going to be on Paramount Plus here on Friday?
Yeah.
Fuck.
And I think that's when they're dumping all of the TV show as well.
Oh shit. Oh, brilliant.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool that Paramount Plus, you don't have to like speak to Scott Wilson or anything like that anymore. That's great. Good stuff. All right, so Elvis and Beavis and Butthead do the universe. That's it. We need to record The Great Gatsby. So I'm just going to say thank you ever so much, Becky.
Thanks very much, Ian.
Thank you very much, Mark.
Thank you very much.
And get us the fuck out of your ears, Journey Smollett.
Bye.
Bye.